Welcome back to East Origin. We're in Fireland. We just got out of Waterland. I think Waterland was down here. Yeah, look at all that water being down there. So we just got out of Waterland into Fireland. I did just a minor amount of grinding off screen just to kind of even us out a little bit so we don't have too hard a time. I'm level 20 now? I think I was like 17 at the end of last video.
I don't know. I didn't pay attention.
Let's see here. Everything is upgraded except
I don't think
the...
it ever paused it for me to catch that, so...
Yeah, I honestly, they only show your level on the save screen. Well, and the pause screen. I have 7,000 money units. I can work sometime. I can speak sometime. I can do something sometime. Ooh, what do I want? Well, let's get this, because it's not even a level thing, so, like, we just get it and we're done. Okay, now I still have 3,000 left, so I could spend that on one of these. Extended drop item effects. I think these are the little...
Those are you get a little bit of strength, you get a little bit of defenses from the enemy drop kills.
Yeah. I will kind of don't care about these, so I'm not too worried about it. Increase effective herbs. I don't even think I have any. Maybe these are like the healing items you pick up, though, that heal you when you kill an enemy. At which point they'd would actually be kind of nice. But you know what I hate? Status effects. Okay, and we're good. As soon as I have 2,000 more money units, we should be good. Okay, so a couple notes on our HUD down there in the corner. So it shows our SP down at the very bottom. That's our money. The notched bar along the way is this, and how much of that we can do. Recharge is pretty quick. Good stuff. Blue bar is our HP. We figured that one out pretty obviously. The tiny red bar above that is our experience. When that fills up, we level up. Numbers are HP. We then have our equipment. It's nice that it shows what item we have equipped. Because, like, boy, am I not going to remember. It's just nice to have that at a glance. That's one problem that I had in East 1 and 2. Was some items you equipped and some items you didn't. What's equipped, what's not, what just has the effect going when I have it in my hand. But it's nice here because it's just there, and then even in the equip screen it lights up when you have it equipped.
Oh yeah,
So-
but you're talking like old school video games that had like limited space for memory and all that kind of stuff. So it was
Yeah.
like, they're just
Like,
gonna
I
remember.
understand it, still confused.
But you understand it, but you enjoy the convenience that modern gaming brings to the whole thing.
Yeah. Given the option, I prefer being able to tell.
Okay, I remember this because we have to do that whole find another thing and slot it into the furnace there.
Yeah, so let's see here. We went left last time. And we went this way and we talked to the lady. I think it was a lady. Ninjas.
Oh yeah, I made the sure you can joke, even though it was shurikens, so... Which I'm
Yeah, we
assuming
came here to talk to the
everyone-
lady. I think it was a lady. And then we went back. I don't remember what we got for doing this.
And I'm assuming everyone loved the shuriken joke, but didn't criticize me for stretching it with the sure you can joke. Because, I mean, it's the internet. Who would criticize you for saying like that?
Come on, hit him. So I said I did a little bit of grinding in this area. Mostly I just went back and forth on this left screen here. Killed everything, and I just did that like 3, maybe 4 times. Of all the items that drop, I have no idea what, like, any of them do. So I'm sorry I can't really tell you much about that one. There's just a lot of shinies on the ground, and I'm gonna grab all of them. It is shockingly annoying to grind in this area. because these little guys leave little fire poop everywhere. The guys floating up in the air spawn the little guys. And you have to jump up in the air to hit them. Just a little frustrating. I tried to go back to the previous area, but the guys back there gave, like, comparatively no experience. And also dropped, like, slippery poop.
I mean, I would have asked if you thought about using thunder on the guys floating in the air, but I'm pretty sure it's the elemental wheel in effect here that wind just does more damage than.
I have actually thought about it. I tried it. I think I tried it last time. It does work pretty well. A good charge thunder will take them out. But the difference, though, is... Or the reason I haven't been using it is wind is just so much better against a group of small dudes on the ground. So for, like, literally everyone else, I'm just spamming wind. So it's just more time efficient to stay on wind instead of, like, toggling over to lightning. Yeah, instead of toggling over to lightning, charging up lightning, when I can just, like, do that a couple times. Jump up in the air, do that to him a couple times, and kill him that way.
No, don't go down. You have to go up to activate the platform.
Yeah, when I know... Oh, right.
Because I can tell you, I can see the platform down there.
Yeah, so you can go down there, but you can't do anything yet. Gotta go up here first. Just jump. That's important, I'm sure.
Maybe it's just supposed to show where you can jump. God, it's gonna be priceless when we get to the 3D Mario things and you just can't hit that platform. And I'm gonna be like, yeah, remember when East Origin I could have made a joke about that because you missed, and I don't know if you missed on purpose or you just missed and are just trying to, like, save face.
Oh no, that was absolutely not on purpose. I jumped down on... Oh, crap. Yeah, I jumped down entirely on purpose. I just wanted to come down here and clear everybody out.
Okay, I didn't know if it was one of those, like, you just missed because of the depth perception or something.
There's a whole lot of nothing over here. Hey. You just kind of chill down there for now. Later. Ooh, half plate.
Warmer. You want to go back to the other room and see if there was a switch on the bottom path?
I don't think there was.
Alright. Because I kind of thought
because I did poke my head in at least that previous room between while I was grinding. Okay, if I can't light that one, can I put this one out?
I can see what we're doing here. We're about to get the fire thing, aren't we?
Not for a long time.
I mean, then why is there the torch puzzles now?
I mean, don't look at me.
I am looking at you. Because, I don't know, web camera? Even though I actually don't have mine connected in. I don't even know where. I had one for like once, for like one thing. Didn't even use it. And I put it in the box, and now I don't remember where I put the box at.
Mine is typically not at all hooked up. The only thing I use it for is vision.
It's like I would, but it's also like, why would I want to put it back in? I don't use it, and if I did, I'd like either tape it up or rubber band it for like the one odd chance I do. And then I'd have to argue with Discord, being like, no, Discord, I said this microphone that I'm currently using is the microphone you want by default, not the webcam one. Did you want the webcam one? Discord, if you were a real person, I'd strangle you right now. Also called literally everyone's experience with certain programs that keep wanting to do that crap to you.
Alright, well, a whole lot of running around, and I haven't found pretty much anything to use.
Oh,
Wait,
you got
is
a
that?
new fork.
Okay,
No,
it was
it's
actually... Red is good.
I know.
Can they swap those colors? Red is bad, blue is good.
I know. Pokemon does the same thing, and I keep for the stats, and I keep looking back and forth, going like, "Are you sure?"
You got a lot of HP. Okay, I can hit stuff. And I'm just gonna eat damage by the other guy because I'm not too picky about red guys. I kill them, I don't have to kill them again.
I can't remember what I was talking about, but I think my whole point was that I'm kind of hoping that if the Zelda news is true, I really like look forward to seeing like the old Zelda games.
Oh, hey, I can do that thing.
You can also strengthen your current armor if you want to.
That's also a thing that I should do.
Yeah, you got
1,000?
the money.
Yeah, I got 1,000. And
You
the
got
next,
money.
the next thing after that is 3,000?
That increased movement buff.
Yeah, next up is 3,000? Looks like it. We got a 5,000 here. No, that's 15. Yeah.
Yeah,
Guess that 3,000 is our next one. Oh, so this is actually the first video that we've recorded. There's going to be a fight.
Yes, there is. Let's go back.
I don't really have anywhere else to go.
Well, let's check that down path real quick. Just for my sake, because it's driving me crazy, and I'm just thinking, it's like, did I screw him on that? Is there, like, just a switch down there?
Don't think there is. Yeah,
But
let's
dude,
take a quick glance back, though.
But Naka, it's a free Nintendo Switch down there. No, I never will not make that joke. It's hilarious.
I already have a
it.
Switch.
Yeah, but it's the Pro Switch. Or whatever they're gonna call that thing, because it's the worst kept industry secret right now. Yeah, there isn't one. It's definitely gonna be one of those, like, we'll hit a button along the way.
Yeah, because that symbol is the same as one that I saw on a platform before. Yeah, the herb. That was a little herb that I grabbed that healed me.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So that's probably going to be the herb thing that we power up at the statue. Okay, so this is actually the first video that we've recorded since the first video went up. So this is my first chance to actually react to people's reactions.
My reaction is this. They're so mean! I don't care.
A couple people did get on me for my comments on the dialogue in the game. Kind of said it. I said it takes... They use a lot of words to say very little. And I think people misinterpreted what I meant, or my intention with that, as I just want the cutscene to be shorter, shut up so I can play the game. And that's not it, man. You know how many dialogue-heavy games we've played on this channel? Big, long, drawling RPGs. Like, I don't have any problem with dialogue. I don't think they needed to. Hey! She got wings! That's probably a goddess. But no, I don't have any problem with the quantity of dialogue. I don't have any problem with the topics that they cover, the world building that they do, the plot setup that they do, the characterization. Like, I don't have any problem with that. I just feel like they use more words than necessary to convey the points that they're trying to convey. Like, the cutscene goes on for 5 minutes. I feel like they could say literally everything with just the same amount of conveyance and flow. It would feel perfectly natural in 4 minutes instead of 5 minutes. And this is a writing style. This is not an easy thing to fix. And it's certainly not a be-all, end-all, like, the game is garbage.
Also, they have to fit in the text within the boxes they're allotted to.
Yeah.
I remember that being a Final Fantasy XIV thing where they go like, why do you have this extra box with like 2 lines in it? And it's like, well, we had to accommodate the whole thing.
Yeah, you don't look evil at all.
Sorry, I didn't want to cut off your point.
Yeah. It's purely a writing style thing, and there's no easy way to fix that. The only way really to fix that is to rewrite every line of dialogue in the game with a different writer. And I'm sure that was their intention going in, and this is the kind of thing that will not bother some people at all. Like, you can read this and just take it at face value and enjoy it as it is. And if you enjoy it like that, more power to you. It's an opinion thing. Personally, I feel like it's a little long-winded. And that's me. But you do you. Thinking about it, I think of all the games that we have ever played on this channel, over 10 plus years on this channel, there's only one game that immediately comes to mind that I remember having a similar opinion on. And I don't remember exactly what game that was. I think I mentioned it in the video, though.
Oh, hold on, can I interrupt you real quick here?
Yeah.
You have wings, fly!
I don't think she can actually fly with those.
Then what are the point of wings?
I don't know. Why does an ostrich have wings?
For flight. It can do some short distance flying.
Why do
it's not
chickens have wings?
Same reason for short distance flying. You ever seen a wild chicken? Those suckers can glide. I like how you came at me with the chicken thing and I was like 100% ready. It was like, this is how it works in nature. We just genetically modified them so they're more delicious.
I mean, actually, the reason they have wings is because it's a genetic leftover. They're descended from birds who did actively fly. Chickens,
Yeah,
of course, can flutter and get around, but, like, their wings are on the way out because they're evolving beyond needing them.
Yeah, because they evolved from dinosaurs.
But yeah, the short of it is, no, she is flightless. There are flightless birds. She is a
getting
flightless
this, like,
angel.
big, like, remembrance of, like early on.
I've heard that name before.
Like, Saltova?
Yeah. Yeah, that was that guy.
Because I'm Paul's Tova. Oh no.
I knew it!
They're getting biblical on us.
Wait a minute, I didn't even know he was dead.
He just shows up again, chops off his head, and it's like, haha, I lied, bitch! I was alive the whole time, but I just played you like a fool.
What? I don't know if I know that word.
I mean, I know what she's trying to say, but she's definitely stuttering out. Also, Astrid sounds like an old name to me.
Sounds like an old... It sounds like an elder god or something.
Yeah, like the elder god of... I don't want to say of bastard children, that's too obvious. I want to go with something like... Do we want to go Celestial or Terran? Because...
Let's go Terran.
Okay, what would he be?
I don't know if that one feels too celestial. It feels more down to earth. It feels like a D&D god. Well, away they go. And now we get to fight a guy! Alright, time to run away for a while and see what he does. I'm just gonna be there for a while. What?
You killed my dad, guess what I'm gonna do to you?
Ooh. Zip. Okay, those will just come down eventually. Oh. That worked well. Wow, wrecked me.
Damn near killed him.
Oh, do I have to sit through the whole cutscene again? No, he like one-shotted me. That had to have been like a cutscene fight.
I think it was one of those, like, you're doomed to lose kind of thing.
Yeah. I mean, admittedly, this dude killed our dad. How are we supposed to be better than him, who's better than our dad?
Yeah, I think this is one of those early on Warrior of Light gets his ass kicked kind of thing, and then he, like, comes back and does the butt kicking himself, and...
Yeah, I just kind of felt like, I don't know, I feel like I just kind of stood there in his combo. Like, I felt like I deserved that death. I just stood there in his combo, and I got chipped by a lot of his other attacks. Didn't you haul her off? Like, why'd you bring her back? Get her, she's getting away!
They're slowly getting away.
Dude, you're in the best possible spot. Both of you just run. I mean, maybe Eunuch is not feeling so hot.
I mean, that guy just ended her in one hit, and he can pretty much jump across the arena. I don't think running's going to do too well. But you know what
No,
helps
that's
with running?
a cutscene.
Oh, bomb!
Hey, I got a silver harmonica. It's like, no, that whole jumping across the arena thing, that's only an in-combat move. That's like why we can't do anything in cutscenes, despite... God dang it. I had shoulder tackle ready right there!
Yeah, don't lie to me. You don't do Monk anymore.
I did at the time.
You haven't done Monk in years.
Yeah, I stopped Monk back halfway through Heaven's Ward.
Yeah, you went to Monk, to Paladin, White Mage, and then Samurai came out, and you went like, oh, thank goodness. And then Dancer came out, and you're like, thank you, never changing back.
And I haven't, that's the fun thing. I feel at home. Which is something, even with Samurai. Like, I enjoyed Samurai, sure, but it didn't feel like home.
And I'm over here with a tattoo on my arm just saying sword and board for life. Hey, Paladin's going to be the new star job for the next expansion here. And I was like, yes! And then Pet had to go out of his way and go like, what if they make a statue like the Dark Knight one? And it's like, crap, I'm going to spend hundreds of dollars on this, aren't I?
Yeah, I wanted to get Paladin up, so I had it available, and I think I even did get it to level. But there's just something about the mechanics that they added in Shadowbringers that I'm just not as... I'm not feeling it this time around.
Not now feeling it now, Miss Naka.
Yeah. I mean, admittedly, back in, like, Heaven's Ward, I was super feeling Paladin. Like, after the main scenario was done, and we were kind of in post-game, I swapped over to Paladin, and I was just like, well, this is where I live.
Meanwhile, I'm over here, career tank, going like, yep, nope, tanking's been the best it's ever been.
Yeah, like, Heaven's Ward, it felt like home. Stormblood, it felt like they added a bunch of mechanics to it, and I just didn't like them, so I didn't use them. So I was starting to feel a little bit like I felt with Monk at the end of Heaven's Ward. Which was like... I just never feel like I'm playing it right or efficiently at all. And I would much... And like, okay, maybe I can turn around and learn in order to be able to do that, but... Playing this efficiently doesn't sound like fun, so I'm just gonna play something else. And that's kind of how I felt about Paladin and Stormblood. Like, it was enjoyable enough, but it just didn't feel quite right. I'd still like to get back to it. I recall in my enjoyment of Paladin.
I feel like you'd have a little more fun with Warrior for me.
See, you've said that a number of times, and I think I've said before, but like I'm not a DPS at heart, technically. I'm not here about doing my big deeps and whatnot. Like, I just kind of... I just want to do something that feels good. That feels like it flows well. And like, if I play a tank, I want to be a tank's tank. Like, I don't care about how much damage I can do. I literally could not care about how much damage I do. I want a tank. And I know, like, that's also the thing, is there are no non-DPS in Final Fantasy. You just have blue DPS and green DPS.
And then you have red support. No, I said there's nothing. It's all DPS. Nope, it's red support now.
Well...
I'm just waiting for you to comment.
That pearl's important, too. That's what was friggin' keeping Ys afloat, wasn't it?
Yeah, they're going over the whole, like, only the goddesses could control the pearl, and I'm over here going... I'm just waiting for you to kind of, like... I wasn't paying attention what's happening, and I wanted to go, like, oh, Kefka showed up and stole all the magic again.
Dang it.
I know, right?
I mean, I'm kind of, like, just paying enough attention to know what they're talking about.
Yeah, it's killing me with the Black Pearl thing, because all I'm thinking of is Pirates of the Caribbean, and I'm just over here going like, what does the ship have to do with this? Completely realizing there is a Black Pearl in these games.
Yeah, and I think pretty sure I mentioned this in... What now?
Didn't you break it in Ys 2 after the end, or did you just reclaim it?
It's complicated.
It's one of these things.
By complicated, I mean it's never actually obvious. And I mentioned this in the credits, because, like, we friggin' broke it. You saw it shatter. But then the goddesses turned around and were like, we have to seal it away because you can't destroy it. And I'm like, what did I just do?
Okay, I didn't know if this was going to be one of those things where, like, is it one of those things where it comes up in later games, or is it just one of those, like, shh, don't worry about it?
It does not.
Okay.
In fact, if you really wanna feel bad about things, there's a fan theory that the reason Adel continued adventuring after his adventures in Ys 1 and 2 was he spent his entire life adventuring to try to find a way to turn the goddesses back from stone, because that one goddess that kind of had a thing for him was actually his, like, true love over the course of everything, and he spent the entire rest of his life trying to do that.
Is that the lady
apparently he died alone too, so...
Is that the Lady Fianna here, or is that the other one?
I think it's the other one.
Okay. Because I was really gonna say when she showed up and goes like, yeah, I had this weird dream about this redhead guy that keeps losing his equipment, and I was like, I don't think she's the one, but I can't be certain.
That is a fan theory, though. So, who knows? Honestly, as weird as the end of East 2 was, I'm willing to believe literally anything happened after that game.
A fan theory?
Yeah, I like to think the goddesses are still alive up there, and the whole turning to stone thing was just a prank. Because we destroyed that thing. We destroyed that pearl. It's gone. I saw it break.
God, I'm imagining this whole thing of, like, they're just pranking him. It's like, but I love you, and I love you too, but we had to, it was just, we talked to each other and like, listen, we have to prank him. It's too good. We'll come out like April Fools like 80 years from now, and he'll just never see it coming. I'm old now. I've wasted my life.
Oh, I got him good, though.
Adolf? Adolf?
Okay, I don't think we got anything else to give to you. Yeah.
No, we didn't get anything. It's probably in that chest along the way. We just had to find the button for it.
You keep fading the dialogue box out entirely, which makes me think I have control and I try to run. It's like, time to go. No, dang. Time to go. No, dang.
Don't worry, there's no way that House Fact will ever betray us.
No way at all.
Betrayal timer appears over their heads. What is that all about? I have no idea, folks.
Finally. Look, just don't fade to complete transparent before you bring the next one in, so I don't keep thinking we're done talking.
I think it's just loading up the other characters' text.
Well, you can leave, like, the dialogue box there and fade the portrait out.
I know you can do that. It's probably just the way they program this. Okay, real quick.
I mean, yeah, I got my butt kicked. Can I go gain some levels?
Real quick, I need to throw this out here. Does his staff not remind you of Yuna's staff from 10?
It has been a long time since I've seen that staff.
Okay, I'm just looking at it and going like, I know there's more to the design there. I can see the jewels and everything, but for some reason, all I'm just seeing is Yuna's staff from 10.
So this dude just going on about, like, I wish I had the power to do something, and I just got done reading a transcription of the Final Fantasy Unlimited audio dramas. So my brain, and this is going to be something for, like, the one person in the audience who has also read a transcription of the Final Fantasy Unlimited audio dramas. You know, the one of you.
I thought you were going to say for the other person who also watched that series. I'm sorry. Anyway.
Stutter in there? We're doing alright? No, you're not. Go out there and grind. Okay, but there's this whole bit where, was it you? I think it's you. Is like, oh, but I need more power so I can help everyone. And then, like, Chaos is just going like, ooh, so that means you want me to be more powerful, right? And everybody's like, you don't want power. And they learned this whole lesson of, like, do what you can within your own bounds and don't fight for fighting's sake. And I'm like, cool lesson, but also these things are trying to kill you. You shouldn't want to fight. Okay, I'll just die then.
Guess I'll just die.
You want to know what the most frustrating thing is? Is that Final Fantasy Unlimited, the anime didn't end, of course. It left on kind of a pseudo cliffhanger. They wrapped it up real nice, granted that. But it ended on kind of a cliffhanger. The show was supposed to be like 50 episodes long.
No, that wasn't gonna happen.
Instead, they got a massive budget cut. They were down to like 23, and even those like 23, they had to like really skim to get through. But they then continued the story in the audio dramas. So you got a lot more of the plot after that. They still didn't finish the story!
God, you really think it wouldn't be that hard to do a Final Fantasy series, but for some odd reason, they just keep kind of tumbling out. They tried to do a movie, they tried to do an anime, they did an
Apparently,
OVA.
I think the failure of Spirits Within is actually why their budget was cut for Unlimited.
Yeah, that really makes a lot of sense. That almost tanked their merger with Enix. Enix kind of backed out for a few years because of that. Because they were trying to make sure the company was stable, and then Enix bought them.
And like, yeah, at the time, Spirits Within was kind of technically impressive, but boy was that a garbage movie.
Oh,
and absolutely had nothing to do with Final Fantasy.
It's kind of fun to watch, but it's definitely one of those, like, how is this Final Fantasy? Like, you stretched, like, this narrative with Final Fantasy VIII, but even Final Fantasy VIII feels like a Final Fantasy
Yeah, it
game.
at least feels like Final Fantasy, even if it's, like, not on the same page quite. I always figured Final Fantasy Unlimited was them going like, okay, this is what we actually wanted this to be like. But then they couldn't even do that. Unlimited gets a lot of crap, but I think a lot of that is because of the budget cuts. Like, there's so many reused animations and scenes and things because they just didn't have the budget to do what they really wanted to do.
Yeah, budget's
like, from
really
the get-go, they were, like, skirting along. Let me tell you, Final Fantasy Unlimited, everybody out there, Final Fantasy Unlimited gets a lot of crap. If you just want a good, fun time, go watch Final Fantasy Unlimited. Friggin' watch Kaze summon something, it is the coolest thing you've ever seen. You just have to have the heart of a child to do it, though. If you go into that and go like, well, this is clearly for children and not at all technically impressive and it was written poorly, you're not going to have a good time. You just have to go in and be ready to go, yeah, look how cool that is! And you'll have the best time you've ever had in your life.
I want to see that OVA again. I remember watching that one, the one that's a sequel to Final Fantasy V that makes no sense until you figure out there was a Final Fantasy V. It's like, who are all these characters? This one's name is Butts for some reason? Yeah, his name's Bartz now. No, it says Butts right here. We're going with that one. It's like, okay, it's Bartz. Also, they, like, stole Sid's brain for some reason. I'm like, what? It's like, I remember watching this, and I had no idea it was a sequel to, like, a Final Fantasy V game, and, like, reading back on this, it's like, yeah, he just breaks into Sid's grave and steals his brain and everything, and Mid's somehow kind of ghostly alive, and it's like, what?
You're doing what now?
And, like, Bartz and all the rest of his crew show up as ghosts at the end to go like, yeah, you ruined this, didn't you? Kind of feels like that ghostly bit that, like, poo-poos a little much on Chrono Cross at the end where, like, Chrono, Marley, and Lucas show up as ghost kids. And it's like, you just really gotta rub this in. This is a bad game, aren't you? It's like, yep, we are.
See, what's funny is I played Chrono Cross before I played Chrono Trigger, so internally, I never really thought of it as a sequel. I just thought of it as its own game and took it on its own merits. And given that, it was a little awkward here and there, but for the most part, I had a good time with it. And it wasn't until the little bits where you see the kids at the end that I was like, what the crap? And I had to, like, read up on it and figure out, like, oh, it's because they're talking about this thing that happened in Chrono Trigger. That's cool. That's real cool that they did this thing not going back to Chrono Trigger. I still had not played Chrono Trigger at this point. So, like, I even went through that going, like, oh, yeah, that was cool. They did this thing that this game is kind of supposed to take place after. That all cool stuff. And then, like, I beat Chrono Trigger and I had a good time with it. Like, it's funny just because I did that first and had no immediate connection to Trigger that I played Chrono Cross and was like, oh, this is kind of alright.
And then I played Chrono Trigger and went like, wow, that's crap in retrospective.
I feel like, because I played Chrono Trigger, and I had a good time with Chrono Trigger, but I don't have the enough memory of Cross to have it immediately affect my memories of Cross. So I'm in this weird limbo state of as long as I don't play either game a second time, I consider both of them pretty alright games.
Listen, it's impervious that just we keep this balance or else one of them is just gonna fall out under me, and it ain't the one named Trigger, I can tell you that much.
Like, if I play Cross again, I'm I'm fairly confident that I will come away with it going, oh, I get it now. Ooh, a two-handed greatsword with a crimson blade. That sounds important.
Do we have to trade it out for a fake one so we can actually keep it and get the shotgun? I mean, greatsword? Because I don't want to end up as... What's her name again? Okay, I don't want to end up as a Unica sandwich for some reason.
How did you guys see that? You were higher up than I was? How did you guys get past the water and the lava? You know what I had to kill and breathe to get through that?
We took another doorway. What?
There was another doorway?
Yeah, the easier doorway for people who aren't the main character.
What the crap? On one hand, I kind of like the idea that, like, everybody's trying to explore up at the same time. But on the other hand, there is no friggin' way these guys did what we did.
Kind of reminds me
you
of
imagine the whole crew of them swimming underwater, bobbing up and down through spikes, killing turtles to get their breath back? They all have to equip the stupid thing that makes them hold their breath longer in order to do it?
That literally
There's no
only
way
has
they did
one,
that crap.
That literally only has one item in existence to do that.
Yeah, there's only one there. We've opened every chest in here. We have everything in the tower. I want to know where these friggin' routes are that you guys have been taking.
Kind of reminds me of that bit in Final Fantasy VII where you, like, infiltrate the Shinra building and you're given two options of you can either go through the front door or you can go up the stairs. And, like, the stairs is, like, the option of here's a long cutscene, have fun running up here, and also enjoy the very dated dialogue.
Yeah.
And, like, the front door is, like, this is where main characters go, but you could just choose.
Look, one guy kicked your butt. There will always be somebody stronger than you, it's fine.
That's why you have to get stronger than them.
Go level up and go fight him again. You got this.
And then Chaos shows up in the background. It's like, I kicked your button, 9S. Don't even start with me, old man. You're a concept. I'll kill you again.
Okay,
and then
fine,
somebody else will
jeez,
kill you again, and you'll keep coming back. Where's that in, like, an anime video or video game where, like, a concept of, like, I am the eternal concept of death. I can never die. Well, how about you shut up for once? And that's just how they beat him. Like, stab him in the head, and he just like, I disappear for now. But it's like, oh, just shut up again. I ain't having this. I don't care.
Comes back in a later cutscene trying to do his stick again.
It's like, what did I tell you?
It's like, oh, okay. Oh, I didn't see you there. Jeez, sorry. Okay, so we talked to everybody. Are we good to go back in the tower now? It looks like it. Man, this is a long staircase. Okay, we are good to go back into the tower. Until next time, everyone, that was like 20 minutes of cutscene. And we just kind of rambled about Final Fantasies.
Yeah, I hate to, but it was just like we find out why the Black Pearl was gone. It was the goddesses. We get a flashback to Unica. She's trying to be a holy knight like her dad and try to one-up him one day. And then Roy comes down and does a pep talk because Roy is always your boy in any franchise.
Of course.
And basically we're back to like, if I see that guy again, I'm going to shove my axe into his face. And they go like, oh, you again. I win! I'm better than my dad, finally. That was my character arc, shoving an axe in a guy's face.
And I did it. I mean, I did mention before that Unica has the least to do with the plot in this game. And she does have her own arc, of course. She does have her own plot. But as far as, like, the overarching plot of what's going on in the game and everything, she's actually the least involved in it. So I felt like also playing through as her first time is really good to give everybody a setting and to know what's going on in the game, and then we'll come back later and add some depth to it. But anyway, until next time, everybody, we're gonna go back in that tower, and we're gonna axe a guy in the forehead. Maybe, I don't know.
It'll be fun asking him these questions. Stop! I will end you. 1 week later, and I'm still doing it.